Charlotte, this will increase our independence in the fight against COVID-19?
Yeah, Tim and Janie, this is pretty exciting news. Australia has secured 53.8 million doses of the AstraZeneca jab. Now, 3.8 million of those will be made overseas and shipped to Australia, but the remaining 50 million will be produced here locally, and the rollout of that particular jab will begin on the 22nd of March. Now, the local product is going to be made in Victoria by medical giant CSL, and this is a huge win for Australia because it means we will no longer be reliant on other countries to bring us this life-saving jab as nationalism surges amid this pandemic. Now, we know that this week Italy withheld 250,000 life-saving AstraZeneca jabs in a factory just outside of Rome because it said that Australia was not vulnerable and that AstraZeneca was not delivering enough supplies to Europe. So obviously that does cause concern, but the Prime Minister says this will not affect the timeline of the rollout here in Australia. He says that whilst it's important that these contracts are honoured, he also understands how dire the situation is in Europe.
In Italy, people are dying at the rate of 300 a day. And so I can certainly understand the high level of anxiety that would exist in Italy and in many countries across Europe, as is regularly conveyed to me. And so they have some real difficulties there. They are in an unbridled crisis situation. That is not the situation in Australia.
Tim and Janie, we are doing well so far across the country. We've seen 70,000 jabs administered. That was from yesterday's figures. We know that, of course, the elderly and frontline have been at the start of that queue. Here in New South Wales, around 19,000 jabs have been administered. In the ACT, there have been just over 1,700.
All right, Charlotte Morlock, thank you very much for updating us this morning. Yes, some exciting news indeed.